What's going on, guys? Coming back at you with another Albertosaurus repaint. While I'm sitting at the compound waiting for all of the new Mattel figures to get here that I ordered, I figured we'd just dive back into the vault of dinos that I have on hand and repaint one of them, which happens to be one of my favorite ones to repaint. The detail on this guy is really nice, and he's just a fun dinosaur to sling some paint on. The inspiration for this repaint came from this image here that I found over on Instagram. I don't remember what it's from because it was a while ago when I took the screenshot, but it was really awesome looking, kind of out there, you know, kind of outlandish looking, kind of crazy. But I thought it would be a really cool repaint to do on the Albertosaurus since it kind of has that little crest thing on top of his head or whatever. So we're going to give it a shot. Never done this before, so everything is going to be me doing it for the first time and experimenting, but of course, you know, having fun, and that is what it's all about. So we're going to start off business as usual. This guy is primed and base coated in Model Masters Tan. Nice solid acrylic paint. And now we're going to go back over with some of the Citadel bone color and dry brush some of the highlights up on the body just to make some of them pop out a little bit. Some of the colors on here you're not really going to see, so it doesn't really matter. But now we're going to go in with some of that masking putty that I love to use. I'm going to mask off some of these areas here using the reference photo as reference to kind of get an idea of what it kind of looks like. I'm only going off by this one image. So we're just going to roll with it and see what happens. Got some black in the airbrush, and I'm going to go in and lay down a nice thin black coat over the top part of the figure, and then I'm going to go back in with the masking putty again, and I'm going to mask off all of these little tiny dots on both of the sides of the stomach area like the image has, and then go back over all of that again with the original tan color that I used at the beginning of the video to try and get sort of a fade and protect the little black dots all at the same time. Sort of being creative here and just making things up as I go along, which is about what I do 99.9% of the time. Nothing fancy here. So we're going to finish that off and go back in with some transparent burnt umber liquid talent in a bottle. Judging by the image, it's got some brown in it, so I figured maybe this would be a decent brown to use, and since it's transparent I can kind of blend it all together, get a nice fade going on his body, and see what happens. But I'm just going to go back over everything that I painted. Of course, you know, all the little black dots are protected by the masking putty, so we don't have to worry too much about that. So now that all that stuff is done, we're going to jump over with some light color blue, throw that down on top of his head, and then we're going to start building up darker blues on top of that. So I've just got this light blue one here. It's a Vallejo sky color, and I'm going to go in with a darker color from Golden Paint and just darken up all the little areas and shadows and stuff like that. His head is going to be primarily darker than it is right now. And I'm going to jump over with some red, get that red fade going on the little top part of his head, the crest area or whatever. And then we're going to go back in with some of that darker color paint now that I've got all the masking off. And I'm going to darken up his hands and the bottoms of his feet, similar to what they look like in the image. And then go back over with some transparent burnt umber again, just to sort of blend that lighter color stripe on top of his back in with the rest of the body. Go in with a nice thin dark blue, darken up his lower jaw, blend everything together there, you know, pretty much tying it all together. Got some red in the airbrush now, and I'm going to warm up that belly of his, blend that all up into the lower jaw area to give it some warmth. We're going to go in with some yellow, hold your breath, paint the yellow eye and a little tiny black pupil, then get some of the Beachcomber's beige satin or gloss paint and paint the teeth. I'm going to do the claws an off-white color and give them a hit of transparent burnt umber, and then I'll go back in and finish everything off with a blue dry brush all over the scales to make all the details pop there, and then jump over with a red dry brush and hit the red crest on top of his head just to make everything pop. I'm going to give him a coat of matte varnish, and this guy is done. So I appreciate you all sticking around and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found the information provided useful and it has helped inspire your next repaint. If it has, remember to tag me over on Instagram at the Jurassic Park compound, because I always love to see what you guys can come up with. For more Jurassic related content, you know where to find me. Links will be in the description box below. You guys take care, and I'll see you in the next video.